Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast, and I believe Game 3 of a best of 5 series between Elfi and Sjow, this time on Lost Temple. So Sjow spawning here as the red Terran player. Meanwhile, we have Elfi spawning here as the blue Protoss. So Protoss versus Terran. Once again, Lost Temple, pretty common matchup. And gonna go ahead and pull up the production tab, and nothing too out of the ordinary so far. We do realize that this is gonna be a close spawn, an ally spawn here, so the center Zelnaga watchtower will become very, very important in this game. Back over here, Sjow just continuing to build up more SCVs. Most likely will build it close to his base. Doesn't need to do a wall off against Protoss nearly as much, as Zealots do not get their speed upgrade and are not able to charge up this ramp until after the Twilight Council, unlike Zerglings with their ability to run by. Back in the base of Elfi, Elfi currently getting up one pylon, should be getting a gateway in just a moment. After, I believe, a 12 or 13 gateway, and he currently chrono boosting to try to get a stronger economy going to compensate for the mules that we know Sjow will be able to get in just a moment, as that supply depot is going to be lowered. Most likely, there it goes, and now a barracks being placed over here. So pretty standard build so far. And now one of the things that opens up on Lost Temple is the ability to rush whenever you have an ally spawn like this. The walking distances between these two bases, I believe, is actually closer than Steps of War, especially when you can also gain easy access to your opponent's natural expansion. So I do not expect any of these players to try to do any early expansions, perhaps more one-base play style, and trying to be very, very aggressive. Now this probe going after the SCV, because Sjow does not have a Marine just quite yet, this probe will be able to just come in and get a lot of damage dealt across multiple SCVs, perhaps come down this ramp and recharge some of those shield points, and then come back up once again to exactly figure out what Sjow is really going for. Most likely a Marine will be trained. Yeah, that all-important early Marine now being trained. We do have a refinery already in play by Sjow. So Sjow not going for any mass Marine tactics. Meanwhile, in the base of Elfi already has that Cybernetics core, getting one assimilator and now getting a second assimilator. So a second assimilator indicates that this will be more one-base playstyle and also very, very heavy tech-wise. Off of this, Elfi will be able to perhaps go for a 4-gate push with a lot of sentries, trying to use those sentries and guardian shields and defeat the Marines and the Marauders, and with force fields as well, or perhaps go for Void Rays. I do not see any probes setting up any proxy pylons for a proxy Stargate back in this direction, so I do not assume that it will be a proxy Stargate. So we'll see how this particular build goes. We only have one gateway so far, so with only one gateway, it looks like he's going to go more for a tech build, so perhaps a Twilight Council or a robotics facility. And it is going to be a Twilight Council, so Elfi now getting that earlier Twilight Council, being very, very smart to try to hide this Twilight Council as far to the north as possible, so that no scanner sweeps are going to reveal it. However, the Terran player will not be able to get any sight into that base very, very easily. We see now a 1-1 build coming in from Sjow, now getting that tech lab, and now going for a factory with the tech lab, perhaps for siege tanks or infernal pre-igniters, not quite sure yet. As a stalker, not going to run around this corner. There are Marines on that high ground and able to deal a lot of damage to that stalker. However, that stalker really didn't take all too much damage, as it will be able to simply retreat. And you will see that those shields are going to be recharging in just a moment. And there we go, able to recharge up very, very easily, and then they're going to try to walk up this ramp. There is a fair amount of Marines, and now with 2 stalkers, Elfi may be able to charge up this ramp. We do have one Hellion, though. The Hellion does not deal that much damage towards these units. Zealot now leading the charge as well. Marines now dealing a lot of damage, and in comes that Hellion. Hellion gaining 14 damage across. Stalkers are not going to be able to deal all that much damage, as those Marines once again on that high ground, trying to make sure that those stalkers are not coming in online. But interestingly enough, we have Elfi getting a Dark Shrine. Dark Shrine, and obviously for those Dark Templars, Dark Shrine takes 100 game seconds to build, so it does take a lot of time. However, as soon as that Dark Shrine is up, it only takes 5 seconds to warp in a Dark Templar, and most likely we will get a proxy pylon set up somewhere. It looks like this probe already trying to set that up. Perhaps, yeah, a proxy pylon over here will be able to warp in across this gap and simply walk in units up this ramp. A bunker now being placed down. However, that bunker will not be able to see any of those units, any of those Dark Templars as they try to walk up. We do have a starport in play, however, no tech lab on it. So it will be quite some time before any Ravens come in. Back over here, 2 Stalkers currently there. Dark Shrine nearing completion, only needs about another 5 or 7 seconds to go. Pylon is up, and as soon as that Dark Templar or Dark Shrine is done, we should be getting Dark Templar right here. Yeah, already saving up the gas. 3 Dark Templars now warping in. This is going to be a very, very bad day for Sjow, as Sjow now doing a reactor swap here, not ready for this very, very aggressive push. 7 minutes into this game, and now 3 Dark Templars running in. Siege tanks now trying to make their way over, but those Dark Templars able to just one slice through all of these SCVs. The Dark Templars dealing 45 damage per attack, and yeah, and these SCVs just taking so much damage very, very easily here. All these SCVs being forced to try to pull back. Dark Templars able to one-shot SCVs, unlike in Brood War. Now SCVs now trying to do a counter rush instead, and now realizing that they do not have enough energy on this orbital command to really do anything. Needs to lift off and perhaps try to get a Raven. However, that Raven will not be coming online as that stim pack now being researched. Medevac down over here with the siege tank. Will they be able to walk up this ramp and deal any damage? Dark Templars now going after some of those critical units. No, now going after those Marines. The Marines are getting one-shotted, and now we see a Hellion doing a great job just trying to take down more units as well. Both sides doing a lot of damage. However, no Scanner Sweep. There it goes. One Scanner Sweep now coming in. Dark Templars falling left and right, and down goes another one there. Stalkers. However, fresh Dark Templar now coming in, and it looks like that Dark Templar will be able to survive. More Dark Templars continue to rush in as well. So 2 Dark Templars now coming in. SCVs are not on auto repair, and it looks as though these Hellions trying to get more of an economic damage dealt, but with no bases over here, and 1 Dark Templar continuing to slash away. Sjow will be forced to say GG. This orbital command already down to 290 hit points as the rest of this attack force is cleaned up. So now, Sjow, I believe, Sjow and Elfi will now be playing a game 4. And yeah, Sjow opening up with a very, very aggressive Hellion play, wanting to use Infernal Pre-Igniters, get that research, and then pump out a lot of Hellions. However, he never really scanned his opponent, and that was the problem. In one base play, you really need to be on top of any one base play and figure out what your opponent is doing. Because Elfi had gone for a Dark Shrine, which is not a very common opening, those Dark Templars were simply able to walk up this ramp. No engineering bay, not enough energy on the orbital command for scanner sweeps to reveal those Dark Templars. Yes, Hellions do a lot of damage towards Dark Templars and outrun them, but you can't hit what you can't see. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed Game 3 in this Best of 5 series. Stay tuned for Game 4.